Good morning. So, our next topic is visual process. It is a very important topic, also in the point of exam view. So, what is a visual process? So, when an image is focused on the retina of the eye, the energy of the visual spectrum is converted into the Rod's electrical potential by rods and cones. So the rods and cones present in the retina will convert the visual image into an electrical impulses or action potentials. So through a series of chemical reactions that occurs in the rods and cones. So the impulse from the rods and cones will reach into the cerebral cortex with the help of an optical nerve. So the series of transmission is known as visual process. And coming to the physiology of vision. So the mechanism behind the visual process mainly include three steps. First one is initiation of the vision and processing and transmission of visual sensation and visual perception. So the initiation of vision is known as phototransduction, and the chemical basis of vision is mainly focused on photoreceptors which is present in the retina of the eye. So we already discussed about the rods and cones. So the chemical reactions involved in these pigments will lead to the development of the electrical activity, and it will helps in the generation of the impulses. So the photoreceptors in the retina is cones and rods. So the rods will helps in the night vision, which is or otherwise known as scotopic vision, and the cones will helps in the color vision. And the photosensitive pigments present, so the photosensitive pigments are present in the rods which is known as rhodopsin, and the rhodopsin is made up of a protein called scotopsin and a vitamin A aldehyde which is known as retinol. So what is happened when we expose it to a light? So when we expose it to the light, the rhodopsin pigments which is present in the rods will bleach into opsin and retinine. And the opsin is a protein, and during this process, so this process will occur at the time when we expose it to light. So during this process, a lot of chemical reaction which occurred in the rods and cones or in the retina. So there are very huge number of intermediate products are formed which will responsible for the development of action potential in the rod cells. So the impulses will generated into optic nerve, and it will reaches into the cerebral cortex with the help of the optic nerve. So when we expose it to light, the rhodopsin will bleach, and it will bleaches into opsin and retinine. So what happened in the photoreceptors we already discussed. When a light falls down, there will be a decomposition of rhodopsin into opsin and retinine. So it is the series of chemical reaction that will occur in the retina, and the opsin activates transducin. So sodium channels closes, hyperpolarization, and it will decrease the inhibitory neurotransmitters released from the roads. Based on this process, an action potential which will be initiated, and it will transmitted to the brain with the help of an optic nerve. These are the chemical basis of the vision. And what is a monocular and a binocular vision? So, in case of an monocular vision, that is usually occurred in animals like dog, rabbit, horse. അപ്പോൾ ഇതിലൊക്കെ എന്താ സംഭവിക്കുന്നതെന്ന് വെച്ചാൽ ഇവരുടെ ഐസ് എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് ഈ ഹെഡിൻ്റെ രണ്ട് സൈഡിലായിട്ടായിരിക്കും. ബട്ട് ഇൻ കമ്പയർഡ് ടു ഹ്യൂമൻസ്, ദ ഹ്യൂമൻ ഐ ഈസ് ലൊക്കേറ്റഡ് ഓൺ എ സെയിം ഫേസ് in a same field. But in case of horses, dogs, and some animals, it is occurred in opposite parts of the head. So ആ വിഷനിൽ അങ്ങനെ ഉണ്ടാകുന്ന ഐസ് അതിൽ ആ വിഷനിൽ എന്ത് ചേഞ്ച് ഉണ്ടാകും എന്നുള്ളതാണ്. So in case of monocular vision, the eyeball is present on the either side of the head. So the visual field of the both eyes overlap to a very small extent. അവർ കാണുന്നത് രണ്ടും രണ്ട് വിഷ്വൽ ഫീൽഡ് ആയിരിക്കും. ഇത് മെർജ് ചെയ്യുന്നത് ഒരു സ്മോൾ എക്സ്റ്റെൻറ്റ് വരെ ഇത് മെർജ് ചെയ്യുന്നുള്ളൂ. ബട്ട് ഇൻ കേസ് ഓഫ് മോണോക്കുലർ വിഷൻസ്, the eye occurs in a same field, so they use together to form a binocular vision. So the merging will be a very huge amount, so we can see the external world with the help of both eyes, and they can seen by the eyes together. Okay, so what will happen when a visual impulse is formed? So the processing and transmission of the visual sensation is discussed here. So the visual pathway can be seen here. It is an left eye and it is an right eye. So every eye has two field. One is temporal field and one is nasal field. Nasal field is the field which is closest to the nose, and temporal field is the outer part and the nasal field is the inner part. So when forming and coming to the eye, the light rays from the temporal field will reaches the nasal part of the retina. So compared to the external field, there is a nasal field and temporal field, and in case of retina there will be a nasal part of the retina and temporal part of the retina. So light rays from the nasal field will pass on the temporal part of the retina, and the light rays from the temporal field will pass on the nasal part of the retina. So after passing the light rays into the, it will reaches into the retina, and we already discussed about the series of chemical reaction will occur in the retina and will helps to generate the impulse or action potential. So after forming the action potential, it will reaches into the cerebral cortex with the help of optic nerves, and the pathway of optic nerve is discussed here. So when a light falls on the retina, the rods and cones get stimulated, and this stimulus is carried by the fibers of the optic nerve of the both eyes. So the optic nerve it usually carries one around 1 million fibers from each retina. So it's included around 1 million fibers. So the optic nerves from the both eyes will crossing over at the point which is known as optic chiasm. So in case of optic chiasm, the from the fibers from the nasal part of the retina will cross to the opposite side, whereas the fibers from the temporal part of the retina will remain in the same side. We can see here the fibers from the nasal part of the retina will crossing over at the point of optic chiasm. But in case of fibers from the temporal part of the retina, it will remain in the side. Is it clear? Further, they form, and later after the optic chiasm, they form an optic tract, which actually contains the cylindrical bundles of the fibers. This contains cylindrical fibers, and it is the fibers coming from nasal half of the opposite retina and temporal half of the same retina. So optic tract is formed by the nasal half of the opposite retina and temporal half of the same side. These fibers of optic tract will synapse at the lateral geniculate body, and fibers from the lateral geniculate body will continue, and it will reaches into the cerebral cortex or the visual cortex. So it is the mechanism behind the visual pathway. It is the visual pathway. It is a very important topic. So it is the we can see here, and ganglionic cells, neurons of the lateral geniculate body, and it will reaches to the primary visual cortex. The visual image is analyzed by both serial and parallel processing. So here the impulse will reaches into the cerebral cortex and the visual perception will occur. It is the mechanism behind the visual pathway. I think you are already clear about the topic, and it will occurs in the brain. It is a picture which we can see here. The impulses from the retina will passes form an optic chiasm, and it will reaches, and it is the lateral geniculate body. The optic tract will reaches in the lateral geniculate body, and they will reach finally reaches into the visual cortex, and it will generate a visual perception. And what is pupillary light reflex? When a light is flashed into an eye, the pupil of the eye will be constrict, and this is called direct pupillary light reflex. So when we expose it to a bright light, the pupil will be constricted. We can see here it is a normal light. When we expose it to normal light, the pupil size is almost like this, and when we expose it to a bright light, the pupil will constrict. We can see the difference. It is normal, and the pupil is constrict here, and this is known as direct pupillary light reflex. If one observes the pupil of the opposite eye, one can see that it is also constrict. This is called consensual or indirect pupillary light reflex. അപ്പോൾ ഇൻഡയറക്റ്റ് പ്യൂപ്പിലറി ലൈറ്റ് റിഫ്ലെക്സ് എന്ന് വെച്ചാൽ നമ്മൾ ഒരു ഇപ്പോൾ ലൈറ്റ് കണ്ണിലോട്ട് ഇപ്പോൾ ബ്രൈറ്റ് ലൈറ്റ് എക്സ്പോസ്ഡ് ആവുകയാണ് എന്നുണ്ടെങ്കിലും നമ്മുടെ അതർ ഐ അതിനനുസരിച്ച് അതിൻ്റെ പ്യൂപ്പിളും കൺസ്ട്രിക്റ്റ് ചെയ്യും. ഇതിനെയാണ് നമ്മൾ ഇൻഡയറക്റ്റ് പ്യൂപ്പിലറി ലൈറ്റ് റിഫ്ലെക്സ് എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്. ആൻഡ് ഒരു ഡിം ലൈറ്റിലോട്ട് എക്സ്പോസ്ഡ് ചെയ്യുകയാണെങ്കിൽ പ്യൂപ്പിൾ വിൽ ബി ഡൈലേറ്റഡ്. ഒരു ബ്രൈറ്റ് ലൈറ്റിലോട്ട് എക്സ്പോസ്ഡ് ചെയ്യുകയാണെങ്കിൽ the pupil will be constricted, and it is known as pupillary light reflex. It is based on the bright light, and this is about the eye. Thank you.